This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 24. For there shall arise false Hamashiach and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, and so much that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is his son who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us his truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai's sake. Our brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of Matthew chapter 24, verse 24, is that we're coming in a time when this devil, Esau, Edom, is going to do what he can to get everyone to be on board with his agenda. And that's talking about the agenda of everyone receiving the chip, whether it be in their right hand or in their forehead. And Esau is going to push the ultimate deception, all right, to get the majority to take this chip. Because he's going to package it in such a way that you would think that you'll have a better life or better successful, okay, I guess, yeah, a life if you take this chip. It'll make you stronger, faster, smarter, healthier, whatever. And that's why he's pushing out this agenda, all right, with these, with this cyborg transhumanism, all right? And these are his signs and wonders. Because he's ultimate goal is try to get the Lord's chosen, all right, to take this chip. But guess what? Let's read it again. Matthew 24, verse 24. For there shall arise false Hamashiach. Right. When you look at the word, the Hamashiach, the anointed, all right, when it says false, you go into that word. It's pseudo-Christos, which means one who falsely lays claim to the name and office of the Messiah, right? And you're going to have a lot of individuals, all right, saying they're the Messiah and come in with the deception, like, hey, take the chip. Take this chip. It's going to be better for you for, all right, as a human. And false prophets, right? You're going to have those, especially among those that know that they're Israelites, saying that the RFID chip, the MOB is not the chip. And shall show great signs and wonders, right? And these great signs and wonders, when you go into this word, and that's why Esau, Edom, all right, he's known as a crafty hunter. All right, he's the devil the Bible speaks of. You go into the word wonders, it's a miracle performed by anyone, right? And by putting chips into people, it's going to seem like a miracle because you're going to have people that are disabled, standing up, able to move their limbs that they weren't able to move, all right? Or they'll put a chip in their brain and they're able to communicate with somebody else that has a chip in their brain, and that's these miracles. And shall show great signs and wonders, is so much that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. Right, so that's how crafty this devil is going to be, that if you're not part of the elect, you're going to get deceived. All right, because if it were possible, but the scripture says that the Lord has kept a cluster to himself, chosen, okay, men of 7,000, which is a completion that never bow down to Baal. You know what? I'll get that. I don't want to jack up the scriptures. that won't bow down to Baal. What's it? Romans 11. Here we go. Romans 11, verse 3. Lord, they have killed thy prophets and dig down thy altars, and I am left alone, and they seek my life. And you have the same spirit of Jake's doing the same thing now. All right? They want us dead, and they don't like that we're bringing out this truth. Got certain Jakes that would sell out to Esau and put a hit on us if Esau gave him enough money. All right? Also, they hate us. And scriptures talk about that if you hate your brother, all right, that's committing murder. I think that's in the book of 1 John. 4, but what saith the answer of the Most High unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal. Right. And you're gonna same thing. You're gonna have certain men, and we're one part of it. That's why we, me and the brothers, we always push out these videos, okay? Study, because we want to be part of that remnant that doesn't bow down to the image of Baal or the image of the beast, which is the Roman Empire, because you gotta have to take that chip, declaring your allegiance to the image of the beast. 5, even so then at this present time also there's a remnant according to the election of grace. Right, so there's a remnant, okay? At this very time, present time, right? There's a remnant. Just like there was back in the ancient world, there's a remnant that didn't bow out, didn't take the knee to the image of Baal. All right? Now let's go back to if it were possible, right? So let's go back here. Matthew 24, verse 24. For there shall arise false Hamashiach and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, so much that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. Right, so if it were possible, when you go into that word, if it were possible, it means powerful, mighty, strong, mighty in wealth and influence. Right, and this is how Esau, Edom, this devil, this so-called white man, is, all right, starting with the elite, are going to push this agenda, this chip, all right, by influence. All right, you got Elon Musk, for example, okay? Brown University, they just did their brain chip test where they put a chip in somebody's head and he was able to communicate wireless with his mind. All right, and there's a plethora of others that are working on this technology, okay, to deceive the masses, because it says if it were possible. If it were possible. So that means that if you're not part of the elect, you're going to get taken. You're going to be deceived. All right, because the elect are taking heed to the words, taking heed to the scriptures. If it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect, right? And it's not going to be possible, okay? It's not going to be possible. Let's go into this article. Rise of the cyborgs. Inside the technology transcending humanity's biological limits. From reality-enhancing implants to brain-control exoskeletons, breakthroughs in biotech have fueled a new fusion of machinery and organic matter. And this is the intro right here. Humans are integrating with technology, not in the future, now, right? This devil knows he has a short time. Now, all right? That's why you see them pushing out so hard with this blockchain, crypto technology. You see them pushing hard, all right? Get these credentials once you get the jab and all that, because everything is going, all right, into this transhumanistic system, all right, for the chip. With the emergence of custom prosthetics that make us stronger and faster, neural implants that change how our brains work, and new sensibilities that you never dreamed of having. It's time to start imagining what a better version of you might look like. And once again, that's these miracles, right? These wonders that's going to deceive everyone. People are going to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to take the chip because I could be smarter, okay? I want more my life to be easier, more convenience. All right? And this is how Esau's going to package it. He's going to sell it, all right, with his influence of people to tell you that the way God made you, that all right, that's only the first step. Esau, remember, Esau thinks he has a God complex. He thinks he's God in his own eyes. Hold on. Let's get this scripture. And this is the so-called white man. That's why he's also known as Lucifer. All right? He wants to be like God. Let's go to the book of Isaiah 14. And I was going to get to the point. Isaiah 14 and 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weakest the nations? Right now, that's this talk about mainly America, Babylon the Great, because how was America, all right, able to weaken the nations through its war? Atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, put all the nations in fear. Okay, and the technology for nuclear bombs came out of America. The what was his name? The Manhattan Project. In fact, if you go into it, if the Manhattan Project, the origin of it started at Bohemian Grove. All right, you can look into that. 13. For thou hast said in thy heart, here's the point, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High Power Yahweh. I will sit also upon the mountain of the congregation and signs of the north. Talk about America, Babylon. 14. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. And there you go. He wants to be like the Most High. So what he's saying is that the way the Lord made you, okay, that was okay, but I can make you better. And that's why the Lord has a bone to pick with the so-called white man, Esau Edom, because he thinks, okay, that he's better than the Most High's creation, okay? And with this chip, all right, is the proof, all right? He wants people chipped up, wants a chip in their brain, wants a chip in their hand to make them better than, okay, than what the Most High power had made them. And that's why Esau, Edom, the Lord going, you're going down, bucko, you're going down. So let's go back into this. I want to get to a point here. You can read it. Now this guy right here, Kevin Warwick, real quickly, he was one of the first ones to put a chip in his arm in 1998. All right, and then he was able to connect it to the computer, and that's Esau has been perfecting his technology. All right, he's been perfecting it since the 90s. That's why the apostles were preaching about the chip, all right, since the 90s, because they came across, guarantee they came across articles like this clown right here, Kevin Warwick, this Edomite. Notice it's an Edomite too. All right, but I want to get to this point. And you look at this, these miracles. These are these miracles, these wonders. Look at this guy. Remember this? Brothers done lessons on this individual, this Edomite. Man, you a bug out, bro. Like, Esau, man. And motherfuckers, and it's crazy. Majority of people gonna take this chip, man. It's fucking insane. Here we go. You have mind hackers. Says, while such projects demonstrate the potential to influence the brain through other body modifications, there's a more direct way to get mind-altering effects. Place the impact directly into the gray matter, right, into the brain. Okay? And these are these miracles, man, these wonders. Look at this guy, he's got looks like all these wires connect to his brain. And this Esau building up his technology. And it says in the short term, Neuralink, this is Elon Musk company, plans to make devices to treat paralyzed people. And here Warwick is thinking along the same lines. He reckons that we'll be able to patch over breaks in the spinal cord to treat paralyzed within the next decade. Meanwhile, there is an electrode device called a brain gate, originally built by the U.S. company Cyberkinetics, that has been implanted to the brain of paralyzed people, allowing them to type and search the internet with their minds. There you go, these miracles. All right? This is going to be the biggest deception. That's why, if it were possible, okay, because of the influence of Esau Edom, he's going to beguile the whole world. That's why the Lord says, okay, I will keep you from the hour of temptation. Let me get that. Revelation 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth. Right, this chip, and it's coming. Esau's building, you can clearly see. He's building it right in front of your eyes. You even got this one. All right, these are these miracles right here. You got head over heart. But as governments race to put safeguards in place, there's the issue of major brain surgery to consider. One way to reduce the risk to make the implant smaller and Constantino in working on a brain interface the size of a pinhead. Right, little pins. What they it says it's 1,000 times smaller than your typical implant device. So the idea is to make these devices wireless and implantable. Wireless and implantable. He says implants could be sprinkled around the brain like seeds during keyhole surgery or eventually injected. There you go. He causeth all. For now, he thinks there's plenty of benefits to be had from enhancing the brain via wearable technology, which can be mind extending, whether they're physically embedded or not. So when brain implants become pill popping simple, how should we use them? Warwick has thought about this. He is dreaming of a future where we can link our brains to artificial intelligence systems. Right, this is part of that whole New World Order system. This individual Warwick, man, that Edomite. He's an insider. He wants this New World Order just as much as the Rothschilds. A fusion, he thinks, will lead to breakthroughs in areas such as space travel. Right, these deception and lies. I'm gonna get Revelation 13. And 11, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. This is talk about America, all right, which is also known as Babylon the Great, all right, and spake as a dragon with their laws, because they're going to come with a draconian law that says you got to take that chip. 12, and he excised all the power of the first beast before him, and caused the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. Right. Whose the deadly wound was healed? Talking about the ancient Roman Empire, Rome. 13. And he doth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. Right. Once again, Manhattan Project, the atom bomb. All right. Hiroshima, Nagasaki, World War II. Who did that? America. 14. And he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, right, the technology, because there was a technology that produced the atom bomb. There's a technology that's going to produce this chip. All right, that technology. which ye have power to do in the sight of beasts, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. Right. And that's why this whole world is going to be deceived, man. Because Esau, Edom is going to package it so well, so crafted, that everyone's going to be deceived except for the elect. Because if it were possible, but it's not possible, because guess what? The Lord has already deemed a certain elect, all right, forms the elect, excuse me, certain men of the elect to not take that chip. All right, they're going to keep the words of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. So the Lord wanted us edifying. I just, it was just on my mind how this devil, once again, he's gonna do what he can to push his agenda, make it seem like this is the best thing out. And a lot of our people are going to take it because they don't believe in the Lord. They have no faith. Okay? And more importantly, you just weren't selected. You're not part of the elect. Because you ain't doing what the elect should be doing. Right? You're doing things to try to keep yourself here in Babylon, to try to live comfortable, even though you're not. Because I've seen it. Brothers have seen it. We've seen how you Jakes are living. You're living at the bottom, and you're living, okay, in the most harshest conditions. But you want to try to make this your rest. It's insanity. But Lord, wants us to edify. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who grew well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there, pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai's sake. Love you, brothers. Keep enduring. Keep the faith. As you can see, we're almost out of here. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep going. To the few sisters that are watching, keep studying, keep praying. Shalom and a Bible ball. Shalom.